live stream offline. It's okay. It says we're broadcasting, and oh, I see something going on. Stream health. We're live.
It's coming.
We're
it's
live.
Thinking about it.
I see stream. Oh! I see. Look. As if by magic, apparently. Well, we definitely look like we're live on the Tube of You.
Ooh.
How's the Book of Face doing?
It's thinking about it.
Cheers. Should we get some champagne?
If you want to.
maybe we'll wait for some other people to join us because the sun's not quite over the yard arm yet. It's only 5.
Something is very strange here.
Don't ask me. I can't tell you with the Tube of You. The Book of Face.
Try and see what's going on because I like to be able to see comments.
You do.
That was.
I'm going to put that to the back because that's now to do with that.
Comments.
And welcome to the news.
How
All right, is
strange.
anybody actually watching us? We'd love to say hello if you're watching us. And hello, Pamela. Pamela has joined us on the Tube of You, so welcome.
Good, because the Book of Face is having
She's struggling with the Book of Face at this juncture, so you could
not
log out and log back in
no,
again.
It's all right.
It should be working.
Refreshed.
There you go. That looks like us. Sorry, there'll be a slight delay while we wrestle with the technology.
Jordan Eckhart says hello.
And somebody says...
Lisa O'Reilly, glad you folks are live streaming.
GL, that's it. I'm not sure. How do you pronounce that? Well, welcome.
There we go.
Ah,
I think I finally got
brilliant.
it. It seems to be lagging so bad.
Oh, that's me.
All right, so look at there.
I lag
oh
horribly.
my gosh, there's a ton of people saying hello already.
Oh, see, now that's why it is. It's Gilda. Hello, Gilda. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So we've got all sorts of fun stuff going on tonight. Yes.
5 other people.
Yes.
We already have 20 people, but I can't.
You'll get there.
Look,
Relax.
it's stuck.
All right. So while my dear sweet bunny struggles with technology,
dear me.
because she's a bit of a Luddite, bless her.
Me?
You know I love you. Hopefully. It's sometimes things go a little bit whatever.
Yeah, see, that's not moving at all. But
I
that's
can't
okay.
help you with that.
That's all right. I can see comments, and that's important.
Now, this is in real time because that's the thing that controls the doofus that is broadcast there. So don't prod nothing on there.
I'm not touching that.
Look, you've got little things going on. There's stuff going on, but it's whatever.
But it's all
This
frozen.
is working fine, apparently.
Okay. Well,
Michelle Hughes has joined us.
Michelle
Hello,
Hughes, Bonnie
Michelle.
Higgins, Stephanie Rock, Susan. Can I get a 1-card reading, please?
Well, don't hang about. Just dive in there. That's the only way to go.
All right.
So what's going on tonight? Do tell them. Tell everybody what's going on. We got fun stuff going on.
Hi, Mike and Pat. It's Heather. Oh, hello, Heather. As I always call her.
I know what you mean.
I always call Mike's wife Heather. It's very funny. Lisa and Anton, hope you're staying safe and healthy. Yes, we are.
Slightly crazed.
This time last year, Llewellyn told us that our book would be out in April of 2020. So being the astrologer that I am, I thought we will have to have our own book signing and author event because we've hosted so many other authors.
Oh, yeah, a bunch of people at the store.
So I looked at April and I said, what will be the most fantastic day for our author event? And I decided that today, Earth Day, 50th anniversary of Earth Day, and the Taurus new moon on a Wednesday night tea. Hi, Savannah. Hi, Sean. Would be the best day. Hi, Karina. So tonight is the 50th anniversary Earth Day. Tonight is the Taurus new moon, and it's our regular tea party. So we are going to do some 1-card readings, but we're also going to take questions about the craft of the wise, about Wicca. I want to talk to you about some of the things that are going on for the shop to try to keep things going during the pandemic. I want to talk to you about some of the astrology and things that we might want to expect going forward this year. So we've got a lot going on. So I think first we'll let you know that if you do want to participate tonight, we have a newfangled thing.
It's a telling bone.
You
Yes, believe it or not, you can actually call into this show this evening.
You could call the shop and you can go live on Facebook with us.
Yep, we can patch you
So
through
if
and put
somebody
you in
wants
speaker.
to test it out, you could call us at 255-5756
Yep,
and it will work.
that's 845-255-5756. So yeah, feel free to give us a shout. The phone will ring here. You've just got to bear in mind if you are watching, when you call in, there's this weird kind of
Delay.
few minute delay. So it's going to get really confusing because you're going like, oh, that happened in the past. And it did, strangely enough. But that's all good. We're sort of vaguely used to it by now. So if anybody wants to dive in and do a telling bone call, you certainly can.
You can ask us questions.
Yep.
You can actually have a card pulled. You
Yep.
could talk to us about our book. We might read some excerpts from the book tonight, whatever we're going to do. All right. I guess while we're waiting for some more people, although we have 37 people watching already, and
It's ideal.
we're only on like 3 minutes.
Well, when
I
we
wanna
finally
talk-
worked out how to make things work.
I think I'll talk first about this coming Saturday. So this coming Saturday would normally be our psychic fair.
Ah, yes.
And
a
the
bit
store
tricky,
would
that.
be hopping and bopping with energy and readers and people getting readings and spirit guides and guardians and all kinds of giggles and happy stuff.
Hello, Stephanie.
But you know, the store is a little lonely. And we wanted to do something also to help the community. Now, we have, if anybody's been in the shop, they know we have that little heart chakra healing bowl that was actually made by my first store manager, Guy.
Really?
Guy was my first store manager, and he made a
didn't
little
know
fish
he
bowl
made
into a
that.
heart chakra healing bowl. Yep.
How spooky cool
So
is
we've
that?
had that since Cherry Hill days. And we usually empty the prayer bowl while we're teaching Reiki, but obviously we're not teaching Reiki right now. So Anton and I on Saturday are going to set up in the shop to do distance Reiki. And we've put a distance Reiki event on for Saturday. So if you want to go onto the Facebook event for Saturday and ask for distance Reiki, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And we've also asked that anybody who wants to participate who's level 2 or who is a Reiki master can help us send energy, or certainly you are eligible to receive energy as well. So we're going to have a big, giant astral Reiki share on Saturday to try to do some healing work for people, because we know a lot of people are really starting to feel it now. You know, they've been home 4, 5, 6 weeks, or they've been on the front lines or stressed out, or they're empaths and they're just feeling that squeeze every day of everybody else's stuff. So tune in on Saturday. We'll be like this, but we'll be at the shop.
I don't know. The video's frozen, but you
Yes, the
froze at
video is
34,
frozen.
but you're getting 1 million likes coming up all
I'm
the
getting
time.
1 million likes, and it tells me that I have 38 people watching.
So don't worry about the picture, because we don't need to watch ourselves. We're not that vain. It's all about me. I must see myself. That's it. I love it. Well,
Well, I'm going to write down some people who want cards.
Yeah, well, Gilda was on the list as well.
Gilda, she
Yeah.
was first, I think.
I think she might have been.
All
Well,
right,
we have
somebody's
got
going to
some-
try it.
Well, they bottled out. It rang and they went away. So, okay, well, maybe they'll try again. So it's 845-255-5756. And there will be a bit of a strange delay, but you can certainly try calling in. And if you have questions and you're quite happy to go on air, we'll put you on air, because we have this phone that does the speaky bit, you know. Hopefully you can hear people. We'll give it
When
a
we
go.
start to do questions, Sean has a sigil question.
I don't know about sigils. I'm dangerous with them, mate. She's much better than me. Ask her.
I'm making sure
She's
I don't
going-
miss anybody.
Well, it's all good. It's good to... No, we actually might as well, as this is officially... Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
We will get this person then. It's another enchanted evening here at the World Famous Awareness Shop. This is Anton. How can we help you today? Hey, how you doing? Doing awesome. So, Anthony, are you being brave and you want to go on air? We can do that then. So I'm gonna put you on speaker first. So this is Anthony. Can you hear me? Okay. Go on.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Anthony. What's your question? What do you need to know?
So, where my career is headed, I'm kind of, just a general card pull on that. I'm just curious.
All right. So we pull for you the Queen of Swords, which you can probably see that because you're probably watching online as we speak, and you're going, "This is bizarre." I mean, there's this weird time delay. Everything seems to be happening in the past, but that's okay. Yeah. So apart from being just a jump to the left and a step to the right and all that kind of stuff with your hands on your hips, this Queen of Swords is interesting because honestly, I'm feeling, Anthony, that what you've got going on here is. I don't know, come here, go away, come here, go away, that kind of mixed signal sort of thing. And I think, I don't know, I feel that it's almost like you're feeling somehow, you don't want to expose too much of yourself. There's an element of vulnerability, but you do definitely want to push forwards here. So I kind of see where you're at. Now, the thing is, you're a very creative individual. Do you have it? Are you looking for a particular line of work, or are you just totally at a crossroads as to know what to do next?
Well, I'm actually in a program right now to become a health coach. So I'm going for my certification in that.
How cool is
And I'm
that?
also pursuing personal training as well.
All right. What, like personal training as in I pick things up and I put them down. I pick things up and I put them down. Ideal. Well, I don't know, but I think the whole thing, just not just the health coaching with you, but approach this holistically. All right, we can certainly focus on physical health, definitely, but I think if there's some way of you combining the mental and the spiritual with this as well, Anthony, I really think that you're going to pull together a tremendously holistic package, but it's going to involve you bearing yourself. I think that's the case because there has to be that bond of trust initially, which means that if you expect somebody to be open and reveal all the issues that they've got going on so that you can actually help them through that, you yourself have to perhaps lay some of the, what's the word I'm looking for, ghosts, specters, demons to bed yourself. And I think that's the rub is where we're at with you. And that's why we're getting this kind of mixed signals thing, the come here, go away, come here, go away. But I don't know. I think you're definitely on the right track with what you're doing. But I really feel like a holistic approach would be a fantastic thing. Hopefully that's cool.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, it's an interesting program. They do really focus on a lot of the creative and spiritual aspects. They had someone who was pulling cards before they would do a health history with a patient or a client, I would say. And they really, kind of took it intuitively. And there's all different things. I think this is just kind of a general stepping stone for me. It's not the major thing that I want to do in my life. But it's getting me there. It's kind
Awesome.
of like you said, pushing forward.
Awesome. Well, that is fantastic. Thank you for being, Anthony, our guinea pig, and being the very first person who's ever taken part in a simultaneously broadcast YouTube and Facebook Live, actually on the telling bone. So that's got to be some kind of first. We like that. Have you bought our book yet? Because it's.
I believe we actually pre-ordered it a while ago.
You're still waiting, eh? We got ours in before Amazon did,
Amazon,
I think.
yeah.
So I know some people have ordered it on Amazon, have got theirs coming up now, but we managed to pull some strings and get some in. So hey, you can always have two just in case the dog eats one. Shameless plug.
All right.
All right. Listen, Anthony, thank you so much. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day and stay safe and well. All righty?
You too. Thank you.
All right.
And happy Earth Day, too.
And
Thank
happy
you.
Earth
Happy
Day
Earth
to
Day.
you. Bye.
All right. So the other thing I wanted to talk about
How cool was that?
that was very
It
cool
worked, actually.
was crystal kits.
Mm.
So we launched those a couple days ago, and you can order them online or you can call and order them. And I see Samaj down there, and he said he wanted to be involved. I got your name for a card, and he was asking about them earlier. So they're a $15 kit, a $30 kit, a $50 kit, or you can go for broke for $100. And what I'll do is go around the cabinets and see what crystals are meant for you, and then I will handwrite a note, which I must say, good luck reading my handwriting. But I will handwrite a note that tells you the names of the crystals and why I chose them for you. And they'll come wrapped in a little organza bag and with the explanation. So you can do a $15 kit. You get 4 or 5 crystals for that. A $30 kit, a $50 kit, or a $100 kit. And it'll be a mix of sizes and kinds, whatever you need. And then, of course, if you do want me to focus on a particular thing like healing or love or prosperity, you can say that, and I'll focus on that. I know, Lori, I'm frozen tonight too. I don't know what's going on. Yes, happy new moon, everybody.
Yes, indeed.
So you could order a crystal kit, or you could call us and order it now, because we're taking phone orders too.
We can do that too. Yeah,
right.
we're all geared up here.
Next is Gilda. Did Gilda have a question?
Gilda just wants to know, just a card, anything that the universe really has. She's just let spirit give guidance for me. Is what
All
she's
right.
saying.
So Gilda, your card is Temperance. So this card is about balance, but it's also about not losing your temper. Sometimes when things are really, really stressful, we have shorter fuses and we're a lot harder on ourselves. So really, really work to stay calm and cool in the stressful situations, and stay calm when you're facing other people's negative energy or stressful energy. This is also a card of healing. So I feel like there is positive news regarding health for you. Okay.
It's good. Have you got, because I've got, and I don't know where you're going on your list, or we should probably be working one list together, because I got Michelle wants a
Stephanie
card,
on when you
and
called her
Stephanie.
name out. She's
right.
down my list a ways.
Did you put Michelle on? Michelle's actually before Stephanie.
Michelle Hughes?
Yes.
Oh, because she was on my list as well, but she didn't ask for a card over here.
She asked for a card here.
Alrighty.
She's doing both. She's looking everywhere. And Gloria would like a card too. And we miss you too, Gloria. Hope you're doing really well. Thanks for joining in this evening.
All right. So I'm just going to run through some cards then.
We miss everybody.
We miss everybody in the store misses people.
It's weird.
The energy is just so weird. It's so quiet. And I think the thing for me, we all learning something during this experience of, I guess, of our challenging times. We're all learning things. And I think we all have learned not to take things for granted and things like that. But I'll tell you what I have really learned is how much people really love the shop. When you've done something for 25, 26 years, it just seems like your life, your everyday, that's what you do, But I never really realized how many people visit after work, or visit on their lunch, or just love to kind of come in and decompress, have a chat,
suck up the energy, visit the crystals,
be part of the community. So I think I've learned a lot about the value of what we do. Not that I didn't value and honor it. Certainly, I love what I do. But I really didn't realize how much it meant to other people as much as it means to us,
I got to let you into a secret. I'm sure I'm not trying to embarrass my dear sweet bunny, but there's not a lot makes her cry. But
no, I'm kind of a tough cookie.
I know we've had occasion, the two of us, to have huge lumps in our throat of late, because even though the situation's pretty dire and there's lots of people struggling here, there, and everywhere, the the sadness of the situation is quite profound, and it's affecting a lot of people, not just physically but mentally as well, and people's livelihoods. They've had a job forever, and then suddenly it's gone. And they're struggling to make ends meet. I know we are struggling. We're trying to keep a roof over our heads too, but. I know you guys know we did this, and we still got it available. Spread the Love, Not the Virus Karma Card Special, where if you ordered a $50 Karma card, you can use that just like a gift card to buy whatever merchandise you want. But for our part, we will give you another $25 gift card. And if you've got somebody you want to give that to, that's fantastic. If not, a lot of people have said, well, look, just put that in your pot for somebody in the community.
Right. So we have a little
this
like Rolodex.
Carry on, because honestly, it's so touching when we see somebody who's said, like I can't afford to buy my whatever this month because I lost my job, and so well, actually we've got you covered. And I know we've turned into complete mush buckets, and I see a cry many a time over that. Where
well, that's
we're
what I
able to
mean about
help
my
people.
lesson of learning how much the shop actually means to people. So yeah, we've got this pool of $25 cards, and we've been using it to send out people's magical year subscriptions. We're talking about people who, no fault of their own, they're hardworking. They've been on the magical year for since it started 2 years ago, building their Book of Shadows. And now all of a sudden they can't have their kit, but we sent it to them with those $25 cards that somebody else gifted. We had a person whose car was broken into, and they lost they're a hairdresser, so they've lost their job. Their car was broken into. They stole their money, their debit cards, whatever. So we were able to hook that person up and make sure they got what they were in need of, so it's really worked very well. People who need their stuff are getting it. And it's not just stuff. Obviously, it's things for their spiritual life, things that they would do for their manifesting, for their prayer work, for their rituals, for their spells. Again, things that you just kind of take for granted when you're working. I'm going to go and get a couple candles, or I'm going to get that crystal that I need, or, whatever it is. So that has been pretty overwhelming, And when I did the Facebook Live video about the crystal kits, and I was telling people, here we could do 15 or 30 or 50 or $100. And I said it call me or PM me if you don't have the money and you need a kit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it, obviously, for somebody that we don't know, who's not part of our community, who could be scamming us. But I'll know if you're scamming me or not when you call me, And I want to make sure that people get the things that are going to help them stay well, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, which again is why we're having a big Reiki share on Saturday. So Saturday's our big Reiki share. Tune in for that. There's just so much going on. Everything is just crazy, People are getting cabin fever. They're knocking on the door, which we're really blessed today. A guy was like, "Hey, I need my incense." And we're like, "You can't come in."
Sorry.
But a lot of people really really miss coming in. So
that's true. So Gilda says thank you so very much, and she's actually got 2 little toddlers testing her patience, right? And she feels she just can't breathe sometimes. So thank you again so much.
Yeah,
well,
it's
you're
a very
welcome.
Stressful time for everybody. Jordan.
All right then. Well.
All right.
It's another enchanted evening here at the world famous Awareness Shop. This is Anton. What's going on, Jordan? You thought you'd say. So saying hi is fine. So are you aware that we're currently live on YouTube and Facebook, Jordan? Okay, so you thought you would just phone and say hi and okay, all right. I can't read that last word. Could you? So, what? She's casting aspersions about Leo. So, are you cool to go on air? Would you like to go on air? All right. Well, I'm going to put you on speaker. So your every word is now being broadcast out onto the intertubes and covering the entire world as we speak. So truly, as a fellow Leo, you would be, well accustomed to.
Right. I leaned over and wrote on the paper, realize both of your callers have been Leo, because Anthony and Jordan.
So just,
Wait a minute, I'm a Gemini.
Okay. Yeah, both of them are there.
Oh, they're both there. Okay.
This is Lee and Jordan. I was going to say
Oh,
the
alrighty
both
then.
are there. So
Okay.
it's on Jordan's phone, but Lee's chiming in too.
All right, well, that's
so
good.
welcome.
So they have a question then?
Do you have a question? No, you wanted to order. Oh yeah, no.
Oh, she wants to place an order.
Say hi.
You wanted a what with a what? Sorry, you wanted to order what? If you're going to start giving credit card details, I'm going to have to take you off live because you don't want to do that. I'm sure there are some people, out there somewhere would like you very much to do that, but I would counsel against it.
Right.
No, I just wanted to say hi mostly.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
That's perfect.
I know, we miss everybody. We really do. It's terrible.
You and the shop.
Oh,
No hugs, no hugs,
no. The shop misses you too as
no
well.
boxes to open.
Yes, we look forward to that. We do.
Hang on a minute. So Lisa G has a question. She received. Sorry, you just bear with us while we talk this. I received a gift card for my birthday. I would like to use it to purchase a gift card for you to pass forward. Is that possible?
Oh, yeah.
If you're watching, Lisa, is it one of our gift cards, or did somebody just give you one of these prepaid sort of credit cards or whatever? Because whatever you need to do, just hook us up, or even give me a call in 845-255-5756. We'll make whatever you want to happen because we know the owners. We can do that. All right. So anyway, you guys, we miss you guys too as well, and the store misses you, and all this will pass eventually. It will.
We just don't know when.
We just and this is so wonderful that we can get everybody together through the craziness of the intertubes and what have you, and spread a bit of love and try and keep people feeling a little more sane.
Yeah, we've been holding our circle every Friday on Zoom.
That's right.
So the only upside about that is we don't have to turn anybody away, because we can fit as many people as we want on Zoom.
All right.
Sorry,
Well,
I'm the dog.
no, dogs are good too. We love all kinds of furry things.
All
That's
right,
perfectly great.
I'm going to do another card now for
So
somebody.
she's going to pull a card. I'm going to get you off speaker, and then you can tell me what you need. All right. So.
All right. So this is for Susan,
So what you need.
who asked for a card like half an hour ago. So Susan, you have the Knight of Wands. Be careful about
what are you looking for?
answering messages in a timely manner. There may be something coming that you have a very limited time to fill out something or answer something.
Okay.
Be as honest as possible. And I would say
Okay.
keep
We
a
can,
record of
I'll send
whatever
you an invite.
answers you're giving,
So,
so that you can look
invite
back
to
at that.
circle.
If they lose your answers, or
All right.
if they're questioning
How do you want to
in person, you'll have your notes.
Crystal kits.
Okay.
Do you guys
The
have
next
any
is Michelle
open
Hughes.
cards at the moment?
I'll pull a card for
What do you
Michelle, which is the King of Swords. So Michelle, this is a minor legal dispute being settled.
Oh, you good.
If you were owed some money, or if somebody didn't get
okay.
compensated
Give me
for
just give me the credit
time
card
off
details, then
or
you can do
sick
that over the
days or
phone.
something like that, there's a minor dispute that I think is going to be settled in your favor. So it could be something also with a bank account. I'm not sure, but I feel like it has to do with money and compensation. And all you have to do is, prove it, and you'll get it. So it's a hassle,
Okay,
but it's going to be settled in your favor.
Do you have it?
Next,
If you have
I'm
a gift card, I'll use that.
Get
But
a card
if you
for
don't,
Liz.
that's okay. Fine. We'll
So
get you
Liz,
karma
Four
points
of
on
Cups.
there. Don't worry. So
So
go ahead and give me the credit card you want to use. then.
You've done a lot of work, and you have these three
No
cards These three
No
cups,
problem.
sorry,
Sorted.
that you've already filled up and you've got it all sorted out. But there's one that maybe you're still kind of thinking is just out of reach. So I think at this point, you're going to have to really dig deep
Yep.
and find a little extra energy to almost obsess about it in order to fill up that last cup.
Yep.
So sometimes this card can be seen as an addiction, and I think you
Okay,
have to use that
expiration.
in a positive way. I think you have to kind of just really
CVV?
go for it and really obsess in order to get that last bit done.
Say that again slowly.
All right. Next, I'm going to pull a card for
Got
Karen.
it.
I'm just
Okay.
running
Whose
through
name
these.
is that on the card? Is it yours?
Karen, the
Jordan?
Strength card.
Okay.
This is the chakra lady.
Right.
And
So we'll
she
just charge you
uses
the one
her
amount of
infinite
shipping.
knowledge,
So
her
that's
infinite knowledge to bring her strength. Tiffany, I see you, and I'll add you to my list, but you're going to
Okay.
be like number 20.
All right. So no problem.
okay.
We will do that. And what do you want
So-
the kits for? Do you just want Lisa
Just
to pick
kind
them?
of-
Do you want any particular
Think
thing on them?
about where,
Any particular what? No particular thing. Just whatever Lisa
where
thinks
in
is
your
cool.
body
You got
you
it.
would want to focus on chakra-wise.
So, yeah, we'll just charge
to
you the one
raise
shipping,
the
which is
energy,
$7.99. All right,
for
'Cause
the
that's a
strength
flat
of what
rate
you're
shipping,
working
but
on.
we get
The
them both in the
base
same box, so
chakra
that's
is
cool.
grounding and focusing, and spleen chakra is the physical
Three.
body.
It's still gonna
Solar
be
plexus
three
is your
times. All right.
willpower, heart center
Okay,
emotions.
you got 3 kits.
Throat chakra is communication and creativity.
Okay, so it's Cody.
and
Lee, and Jordan.
third eye is your
You got
insight,
it.
psychic
Thank you so
awareness,
much.
and crown
All right,
chakra
have a
is
wonderful
your
evening. Take
connection
care.
to spirit.
Bye-bye.
So strengthen whatever chakra it is, and that'll give you the energy to work on what you're working for. Renee, you are number 7.
Okay, so Lisa's going to call us. That's perfect. Yeah, please do, and we'll make it happen for you. Whatever you need to do.
All right, this next card is for
Sparky
Trish.
Thims. She's just saying hi, Sparky. Are you looking for a card? If you're looking for a card, please say so, and we'll get you on the list. And I think I'm almost caught up. Who have we got now?
This is Trish. Trish, sorting out mixed signals. This is like, come here, not too close. Come here, not too close. So, it really is, I think, about filtering for you, about figuring out who to let in, who to keep out, and how close to let somebody get. So, discern as far as relationships go. That's you. All right, next is Stephanie.
All right.
I'm just rocking through a bunch of these.
You did Michelle already.
I did Michelle.
You're just cooking on gas.
Stephanie. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
I have to wait to see what you
No,
got.
I have the 4 of Swords. I want to have a private conversation with her about it, but I'm going to figure out how I can do it publicly. I'm going to say
Be
up
obtuse.
here in this window on the 4 of Swords, if you've never looked, there is a father and his child. And the child is taking information or getting words of wisdom or lessons from the child. So the person who is featured in the card, the Knight of Swords, he's not dead. He is lying down, meditating. Tiffany, I can't see your question if you PM me. You have to go into the comments on the live feed. I'm really sorry. We only have the ability to watch 2 things. Okay, so Stephanie, through meditation, you can achieve what it is you're looking for. Not necessarily dream time, but through meditation. So take time, cover yourself in golden light, and the wisdom will come through to you. All right.
Rooster agrees.
The rooster agrees. Yep. Next is
Sparky, if you've not got her on the list, would like a card. Can you put her on there?
Samaj. Do you want to do one for Samaj?
So this is kind of tricky at the moment, as we're actually in a state of New York pause and lockdown. But I would strongly suggest, when able, you need to get your ass out to somewhere like the Grand Canyon or Sedona, because I feel that there's a real sort of, I don't know, a spiritual awakening that is going to occur for you whilst you're stood there looking at it. This is coming completely out of left field, but I think it's part of your, I want to say, attunement to the energy that's going to be guiding you. And I think it's going to help take you out of your own way, if you know what I mean. I think sometimes, even though I've got the pleasure of knowing you, although I wouldn't say I know you hugely, hugely well, but you're very altruistic. I know you give so much of yourself, but sometimes I think you get a little bit wound up in your own feeling, perhaps of the inadequacies in some way, and they're not really there. I think you're perceiving yourself in too harsh a light. And I think if you can get and sort of look into this incredible landscape, for want of a better word, I think it's going to move you deeply inside, so that you feel less hung up in your own, it's going to bring them down to size, the stuff that I think it's at a very subtle internal level, but I think it's far from resolved with you. And I think if you can do this, if you can get out there, I know you're very good at meditative work, but I really think this involves a physical road trip for you. I know that's kind of not practical right now, but this too shall pass, and I think it's something that's going to help you a great deal. It's part of your emotional growth. I really feel that. Yeah.
All right. This is for Renee.
Hello, Renee. I wish I could speak today. I can't.
This is for Renee.
Stephanie says thank you very much, Lisa.
I hope that helped.
Okay.
Renee, 8 of coins. So this is about taking the time to build something. I really don't feel like your question has to do with business or money, although you've gotten a money card as your answer. I'm going to kind of turn this into a relationship question. And sometimes the getting to know somebody, to have somebody get to know you on a truly deep level, it kind of is a multifaceted thing where you have to pay attention to all kinds of details, and you have to open up and allow somebody else to pay attention to your details. So think about all the things that would be good building blocks for relationship: communication, compassion, support. The really good lasting relationships are the ones that are built on a foundation of friendship and almost a family kind of feeling. So build from the ground up and you'll be okay.
So what you're saying, you'll keep me around until something better comes along? Okay,
All right,
well
next
that's
is
very
for Sean.
to know. Can you put Lisa G on the...
Lisa Giroux?
I don't know if it's Giroux, it's Lisa G.
Well, I've got a Lisa G already, number 13, so
well,
okay.
It's maybe
This
the
is for
Lisa G
Sean.
was asking about the card she got as a gift, so I don't know if it's the same one.
I don't know. This is for Sean, Justice. Now, funny enough, I don't think this is regarding a legal matter for you. I think that this is about wisdom. So we always look at this as the wisdom of Solomon, or we look at this as Manoidan, who is the proclamator. So I'm going to say, use your wisdom and let your wisdom guide your words. And once your word is given, do not go back on it. So be clear, be just, and really, don't overpromise. But once you've made a promise, deliver. And if this is someone else that's promised you something, then I think you need to make them make good on that promise. You might have to push them a little bit.
So it is the same person. So,
all right, so she's over here.
So we already got you, Lisa.
Jerry,
that's no problem.
Jerry. 3 of Wands.
All right. 3 ships come sailing.
This card is known as the card of inheritance. So for you, I don't think this is about money or things. I think this is about understanding and looking at how you were raised and the gifts that your family gave you for moral support and like how to be a good person. I think you got a lot of really good building blocks in your family structure, and now you're going to be able to use them to move yourself forward. So, Jerry, stand on the backs of those ancestors who got you where you are, and you will go far.
Standing on the shoulder of giants.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, that's so
All right,
profound.
next is Lori J.
And Hope has a question as well, and she wants a card, but we
I'll
can
put
do
it
that
on my
because
list.
that's quite a lengthy one. Hope, we got you, Lisa. No worries, don't worry about the connection problems. It's all fine. You're on the list. We'll get you there. It's all good. Don't fret. It's all good. It's all good.
All right.
Oh gosh, what are we doing now?
Phone readings are $55 for half an hour. Somebody's asking how much are phone readings. So
All right.
we are still doing phone readings. We have limited availability. On Monday, from 1 to 5, we have Danny. On Tuesday, from 1 to 5, we have Amaryllis. Wednesday is Hannah. Thursday is Gwendolyn. Friday are Anton and I. Saturday is Rogan. And then Sundays we really can't do readings because Anton and I are doing
We're often
our classes
teaching,
on Zoom. So we have 2 Craft of the Wise classes going. One that meets the first Sunday of every month, and they're only on class 2. So if somebody has read the book and they've decided they absolutely want to join the class, you still could. You just have to catch up one class.
It's not too hard though. If you've read the book, it's really not too hard catching up the first class.
And we have our other Craft of the Wise, and then we have a Mabinogi class the other Sunday. So Sundays are out. But phone readings, Monday through Saturday. There's a different reader every day, and they're doing readings from their home.
Hey.
But you call in, and we have a tie line. And
Sorry, there's somebody
calling-
trying to eat our bread,
okay,
and he's. I'm going to have to get up and. Please keep talking. Pardon me.
okay. Anyway, every day we have phone readings. They're $55 for half an hour, or $100 for a full hour. And call in. We have a tie line, and we call them, but you don't get to see their telephone number. Okay, this is for Lori.
There you go. Marvelous.
Lori, the King of Cups. This is a really interesting card. I'm going to say your instincts, Lori, are absolutely right that somebody may not be telling the whole truth.
Yes.
I'm just writing down names so I don't miss them.
Okay.
Lori is not doing readings, Jessica. She is still out sick. All right. Somebody may not be telling you the whole truth. I'm not going to say that they're lying. This is, again, for Lori J. I'm not going to say that they're lying, but they're omitting facts that are misleading you. So I want you to really trust your instincts. I think that, I think a lot of times you know something, and then you talk yourself out of it and you say, oh, all right, well, it can't really be that. And you go along with something and you're really upset with yourself when you find out you were right. And I think this is exactly that kind of situation, that you're going to find out you're absolutely right. So don't give in to the lies. Claudia.
She's on a roll tonight.
I'm trying.
I'm just twiddling my thumbs here.
Well, I'm not being rude to you, but I can do like 5 to your 1, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to slam through a whole bunch because we have other things we really want to talk about, right? Oh, he does. He waffles. He's English. He has.
Oh, for goodness sakes, woman.
It's funny. No, English people do. They have a whole bunch of extra words. They just talk a lot. Like if we were going to change residence, we say, "Oh, I'm going to move." They have to say, "I'm going to move house."
Yeah, well, moving involves like, look, I'm moving. I'm moving now.
Anyway, this is for Claudia.
Seriously, making people laugh at least.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what we do.
She only keeps me around for the comedic value.
Claudia, keeping your head above water. Don't worry. You're going to manage. Somehow you're going to get where you need to go. This card always shows up in readings when somebody is maybe doing a little bit of robbing Peter to pay Paul, but they are absolutely going to get where they need to go. So don't worry about it. The more you worry, the harder it is. Go with the flow. You're going to get everything paid. It's going to be okay. All right. So I'll let you do Gloria next and see how long.
No, you do Gloria. It's fine.
How long
I'll
will
do.
it take?
I'll do Hope.
Well, Hope is number 24. I'm only on number 12.
Well, get a move on then.
All right. Gloria,
It's complaining
the
to me.
magic
if
is
you're hanging
yours.
about.
You've forgotten who you are, Gloria. You have been so upset for so long about so many things that you have forgotten who you are. Look inside, find that magic again, and make things happen. Never forget that you're a magical person.
Pamela says you two are a hoot. She loves and misses us both.
We miss everybody
Well,
too.
we miss you too, Pamela.
All
we
right.
do.
There's a ton of Leos all over the place. Leos.
She says that like it's a bad thing.
All right. I have Leo rising, but
Can you tell?
all right. Lisa Giroux, Lisa G. All right. I think you've done all that you can in a situation, and
Ah!
all right. Anytime we see a moon in a card, we know the person is starting a new phase. But I think that you've done all that you can. You've done it as best that you can. And now it might be time to kind of step back. And, my dad used to say, let the chips fall where they may. So you don't have to necessarily abandon somebody. But I think you have to let them fend for themselves a little bit, because you've done all that you can. So rest assured, you're not letting anybody down. Step back and make people take back responsibility for themselves. Okay. Lisa O'Reilly said that she'd like to order a book. So Lisa, if you want to order a book, you can just call to 845-255-5756.
Tell us what if you'd like. We will gladly sign it for you. If you've got a special thing you'd like written in there, we can do that. Or Lisa's really good at just coming up with something. So just give us a shout. You can give us a call right now, 845-255-5756, and we can hook you up.
And this is Lisa O'Reilly's card is the Fool.
Ah.
So see, he's got this big long feather in his cap. That's his experience. So whatever you are asking about and whatever you're working on, call upon your experience. You probably have some insight or intuition or understanding, and you're not being a fool. You're not being crazy. You're going to take that leap of faith. And I always tell people, we never rise to an occasion. We always fall back on what we know.
Yeah, you spent so long in the army, of course.
Think about that experience. Think about that experience and use it.
And you're calling in right at the end of your very reading as well. So how about that? How you doing, Lisa?
And yes, I will. She was just remarking, and she said, I feel like I'm getting something from somebody else's
awesome.
reading.
Thank you.
And I think that's kind of what happens when we come together like this.
So you'd like a copy of our
whether
book,
it's
right?
in a group divination in the annex, or whether we're doing this on the astral plane.
What's your friend's name?
We're having like a collective energy.
Can you spell that?
And I think that everybody that shows up or hears what we're saying or what other people are saying are meant to hear what's being said. They are part of that oversoul of the group, or the understanding of energy that's part of the group.
It's an unusual spelling, but
so many people who are tuning in
used to
tonight,
people spelling their names with
they're
Q's
probably
and
hearing
the letter,
bits and pieces
the
of
number
things that
4
are
and
speaking
stuff
to
like
them
that.
because they came here to hear it.
All right,
so
we
yeah,
got
you're
Carrie.
right. Be open to listening to other
Perfect.
people's
All right, so one
other
for you,
people's
one for her.
advice and understanding,
is there
because it
anything
may
you
very
wanted to
well
put in any of
help
them, or
you
do
work
you just
through
want Lisa
something
to
too.
write something really nice, because she's quite
All
good
right.
at that. She's inspired
So
sometimes.
next I have Sarah. And Sarah, you have the Ace of Swords.
Awesome.
People never really look that close at this sword, but it is half white and half blue. So
Sure.
this card
did we mail you the
means
card? Do you have it right now?
taking back
Or-
control
All right.
through
So
precise
you could, if
communication. So your words can really bring you back to a place
you
of
can
control
do whatever floats
if
your
you
boat.
speak the
it
truth
matters not to me.
and you're very direct.
So, whatever you want
Sarah,
to do.
no
if
more
we were
taking
holding the card
any-
for you, we can put it into our little pot. If you've
any
got
shit
the card,
from anybody.
you could mail it back to us.
You gotta
whatever
call
you
them
wanna
on it.
do.
And you've got
or
to be
you can-
really
you can
clear
use your card to buy
about
your books,
what
and you
you
can buy another
expect.
card, whatever you want to do.
You know, he was just joking about the army, but maybe it is time to go a little bit army
Okay.
on somebody and say, I'm going to tell you this. Tell them it. And then say, now, what did I just tell you? And sometimes that
All right.
3-time thing is the
I
charm.
need my calculator.
All right.
Have you got your? Can I borrow your phone?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because I'm useless. So my brain is gone. No, I am. Trust me.
All right, there you go.
my-
All right. Hi, Tracy. All right, this next card is for Annette. Annette has big decisions to make.
all right. First, let me.
Oh, another call.
I'm
Well,
I'm gonna just hold. You're gonna hold for 1 second, and I'm gonna get right back to you.
all right.
All
So,
right.
Annette,
Anthony,
you have big
I'm gonna put you on
decisions
hold
to
1
make.
second. I'm just on with
And,
somebody else. All right. Do you mind
Sometimes we
holding?
don't really know what the right choice is.
Okay,
and
I'll
it
be right
stalls
back
us.
to you then. Go
You know, when
away.
you look closely, you can see some of these cups are filled with jewels and wonderful things,
So sorry, Lisa.
and
All right.
other
so,
things not so
so
nice. So
you what first
you
off
might
then, what
feel like you're
is
kind of traversing a
your
minefield
gift card
right
number?
now. But I think that you can step wisely. So, may not be the time for you to take any big risks,
3164, yeah.
but I also think that you can take small steps forward. So, you know, if you
it's a
were working with a
$25 gift card?
minefield, you'd be very
Okay.
careful of looking
Perfect.
at things in great
All
detail,
right.
and you'd
So,
take small little steps until you kind of
you're
saw
talking about 2 books.
exactly
and
where you were going.
What crystal kit
So,
did you want?
I think that you can move forward.
Did you
just
have
don't push
anything,
yourself.
in mind,
Go slowly
particularly,
and be
any energy
sure
you're looking
of
for on
the
that?
steps that you want. Okay? All right. That was
got
Annette.
it?
Next is Larry.
You can never
All
have
right.
too many crystals.
Larry?
If anybody tells you you've got too many crystals, you just don't need that kind of negativity.
Larry,
Just
you're going
take
to
it.
build something really cool.
Yeah, that's probably
This
rose
card
quartz
is
is probably
usually
best because at
about
least you're coming at
actually
it from a place of
physically
love.
building something, like renovating or redoing a room in your house, things like that.
All right.
And I
So we
know a
got
lot of
2
people are
books
doing that
and
now
that,
because they're stuck at
and
home.
You want to
But I
use the
feel like for
balance
you,
of
this is
your,
about building your
on your credit card,
tribe,
and you wanted to do
or
a
possibly
$50 gift card and a $25
joining some
gift
kind of
card
group.
free. Is that what you wanted to do?
Not necessarily the Masons, but some sort of spiritual
Okay, so
connection or
This
like-minded
gets really
people.
complicated. But you just
a
wanted to
union,
put $25
something like
in the
that.
pot?
And I think
Is
that
what
you are
you're
going
trying
to be
Understood.
influenced
Okay.
strongly
I
by
can
it,
do
and I
that
think
for you.
you're going
I'll
to be
figure that
very
out. I said I'd make it
influential
happen whichever way.
in the group itself. And I think that you may have a leadership role, and I think that
So
you're going to be
what
really
happens
happy that
is
you
I'll
found
spread
your
the love
tribe.
Karma cards. You buy a $50 gift card, which you went for yourself.
All right. So
I'm
this is
trying
for
to-
Savannah.
She's telling me I have to whisper. I'm trying to be quiet. I don't think I'm very loud. Honestly, she picks on me something rotten. So yeah, you would buy
Oh, you
a
can
$50
never have too
gift
many
card,
crystals, Savannah.
and
That's
then,
right.
You will get a $25
All right.
gift card.
I see
free with
Kel
that.
is saying, wow,
And you can
Larry.
give that
So I guess maybe I
card
was
to
right
somebody
in
else,
spite
or
of
you
all the
can put that,
distractions.
$25
All right,
card
Savannah.
into the pot for somebody else. And in fact, some people
the
who,
Emperor.
and we love them to small pieces, have just said we'll put both of them into the pot. So they put like $75 into the pot,
So
50
I
from
think
them and 25
you
for us. So we've been able to
are
help all
in
sorts
a
of people, which
place
is wonderful. But
of
whatever you want to do, if you just want
command,
to buy a $25 card, that's
and
fine. I'll do
that
that, and I can put that.
you
in the pot
might
for
not
whatever you want to do.
realize how many people you influence, or how
got
many
it. You
people
got it.
look
All
to
right then.
you
So
for
what, pray tell, is
their wisdom.
your credit card
You know,
number?
it's kind of like I was saying on the beginning of this broadcast, that I never realized how important the shop really was to so many people, because it's kind of like the place I am all the
And the
time.
inspiration.
And I think knowing what I know about you, Savannah, you may not
And the
realize
CVV on the
how
back.
much you're worth in the metaphysical spiritual
and your billing
community.
zip code.
So I think that you are, you're sitting
Awesome. That's
in a
all I
really
need for now.
good
And I'll
place,
send
in
you
an
email
important
when we
place,
ship
and
everything out
keep
and
up
let
that
you know
light
what the
work.
difference
Okay,
is. But
keep
we'll
up
take
that
your
light work.
$25 off your gift card off of this. And then
Next
use
is Jessica.
Your other card accordingly. Okay.
All right, Jessica. This is about transformation.
Oh no.
Everybody sees the death
you think
card
it's
and they
different?
worry
Give
that
it me
it's
now. That's fine.
about, yeah, okay, Heather, I got you on the list. Pat. So, all right, this is for Jessica. The death card doesn't mean death. It means change and renewal or transformation. It is the letting go of something in order for something else to grow, though.
Right. What's
Sometimes,
I've
you
got your
know,
phone number here, so I'll just make sure.
I'm
I've
going
got
to
that right.
relate this to
845.
gardening in an odd way. If you planted a seed and it grew into
Awesome.
whatever it was supposed to
I got
grow
everything I
into,
need,
and
Lisa.
it was
I'll make sure I got
harvested,
all that today.
then
No,
you
thank
kind of
you.
have to go
You have
back
yourself
to
an
that
amazingly
space in the
wonderful day.
garden
Thank you so much for calling
and
us,
clear
all right?
out the old roots and
I miss
clear
you
out
more.
what's
Take
there
care.
that isn't producing anymore. Clean it all out, put in some
Hey,
new
Anthony, thanks for
fertilizer,
holding.
and place another seed in there. So I think for you, Jessica, this is about letting go of something that no longer serves you.
I'm
clearing
going to
it
have to
out.
call you back. You're right in the middle of a Facebook Live broadcast, and I thought that's what you were
Clearing
calling
it out
for.
and,
So one thing I don't have is access to the booking system right
and
now.
rebuilding
so,
it. Okay.
Let me make a note to give you a call.
So next is this card is for Tiffany, and Tiffany said
So in
that
terms of who
she
you
gave
looking
specific question about
for? I don't
insecurities
think he's available,
and-
unfortunately.
trying to be a little more confident.
I don't have Sean.
No.
No.
mm-mm.
Yeah, well, no,
Okay.
he's not on our phone reading list. So
This-
so
the Five of Cups.
this is who we got.
You are your
Let me
own
I'll call you
worst
back after
enemy.
we're done. All right.
Okay.
So I'll make a note. Number. So this is 3.
I think you're not. Well,
All right. I'll give you a call back later because we don't want to do this on live on air, which you are.
okay. So Tiffany,
Okay.
sometimes the
Okay,
reflection
take
that we
care.
have
All right. Bye bye.
is not really who we are. In fact, when you look in the mirror image is reverse, isn't it? You know, have you ever tried to do some very close detail work in the mirror and you realize that it almost looks like it's backwards of what you're seeing? So I'm going to say to you that words probably aren't going to help you. Me sitting here saying, you know, you're beautiful inside and out. You've done so much work. There's no reason why you shouldn't be confident or happy. Me giving you words, they're not going to help you. I think the words have to come from you. So you might want to start something that becomes a habit. Words become habits that become reality. So every morning when you're getting dressed and you're looking in the mirror, that's when you should say to yourself, I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am confident. And if you keep telling yourself that, you will believe it. But you're not going to believe anybody else's words. So, you know, this guy focuses on what he can't change, and he misses out on the things that are here waiting for him. So talk well to yourself, and you'll be happier. All right. Next is Chris, and
Gloria says, "Wow, nailed it. Thank you."
all right,
I was
Robert.
paying no attention, but she's pretty good. She doesn't
All right,
suck.
Robert, I got you, but you're on the list. It's a ways down. Chris, I actually went to high school with Chris, so I would like you to do this one. This is for Chris Roberts.
Okay, so obviously you're losing a lot of sleep right now, and this is worry. And I mean, we're in a perfectly understandable situation. Why the heck everybody is worrying? I can understand that. However, worrying is manifesting a route to where you don't want to be. It's like, oh no, and then this, and then that, and that could happen, and this, and then, oh no, and you are literally working a route to the 800-pound gorilla in the room that you don't want there. Instead of worrying, okay, first off, I would like to refer you back to, examples in your life where, you fret about something, and when eventually it comes to pass, it wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be. It always works out better. So if you can take yourself 20 minutes past this event that you're fearing for, because it's going to work out better than you thought it was going to, and you know that from past experience because you always worry too much. And secondly, try to attune yourself to focus on positive stuff. One of the best antidotes for worry is actual action, to actually do something. And even if you can't deal with the enormity of the problem because it's so much, just do one little thing and achieve it and just feel good about it. And if you can, write that down before you go to bed at night and look at it and say, yeah, I did that, and that makes me feel good. And when you wake up in the morning, look at that and you go, yeah, here's my achievement. And it's starting to reinforce the feeling of power and control, not that you're out of control. All right, we could talk about this for hours and hours and hours, Chris, but the fact of the matter is, worrying will not get you where you want to be.
All right. Next is Sparky.
Hello, Sparky. I wonder if Sparky's an electrician.
3 of Cups. Celebrate.
Why not?
So, find the joy in everything. I know that I had posted something about this the other day, and I said, we're all in the same ocean, but we're not all in the same boat. A lot of people are like, well, we're all in this together. And that is true. We are all in this together. But we're all experiencing it from a very different point of view, But I would like that for whatever your situation is, whether you're completely overworked or completely bored out of your mind or anxious and frightened or, whatever your boat is floating on, try to find something to focus on every day that brings you joy. Whether it's that somebody gave you a flower, or that you were able to bake some brownies, or that you thought you really did a fantastic job at work. Whatever it is, really work to give yourself something positive and something to, like a little thing to celebrate, especially right before you go to sleep. Because whatever it is you're really focusing on right before you go to sleep is what you're telling your subconscious mind.
Yep.
So make it a happy thought. Okay.
Could you please put Samson on the list?
He will be the last person.
Oh, really?
Because we've been at this an hour.
We haven't done any of our other bits and bobs yet, have
Right.
we?
So what I'm going to do is when I get down here to number 24,
Yes.
before I turn the page, I'm going to have a little talk about something we wanted to talk about.
We might, because it's...
And then I'll do the other 10. But I know that we can't really do more than like 35 readings in a session anyway, so.
You
All right.
don't do Super Chat, eh? No, we don't actually, Sparky, because we haven't quite got enough subscribers yet. You need 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to our channel, could you mash that subscribe button? Would you do it for me? Do it now.
Yeah, we need to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Because stuff turns on. We're not far off, but we're not there yet.
I don't know how many subscribers.
880 something.
Getting
we're up
closer.
there.
Getting closer.
So, but we'd like to. We got like 10,000 plus followers on the Book of Face, but the Tube of You, which I think is somewhat better personally, there isn't. And Sparky has just subscribed. Thank you,
Marcy.
Thank
you
We
are
appreciate
actually
that.
up.
Whoa,
you are on
Shakara.
this. This is you. You're next. You're number 23. The Empress. All right.
Would that be the patter of tiny feet?
No, I don't think so.
Could be, but
All
no,
right.
no.
Anton's saying, could that be the patter of little feet? Like I think he's saying something about new subscriber.
Yeah, we got more than one subscriber.
All
Thank
right.
you, thank you. Thrice.
This sometimes is used as a fertility card or a birth card. But Marcy, I don't know. I'm not feeling that, but he is. So if that was your question, then he's giving you a confirmation on that.
I was being flippant, but you never know.
Talia, you said this too. All right, I'll put you on the list, but you're absolutely it because we can't do that many. So Talia, if you're still there, hang out because I will get to you. All right, Marcy, I think this is, for some reason, it's about love. Don't ask me why. But what's standing out to me on this card for you is that little heart-shaped stone with the emblem of Venus on it. Now, the Taurus new moon, the new moon that we're having tonight, is ruled by Venus. So if you wanted to get something cooking in the love department, tonight would be a great time to light a candle or say a prayer or do a spell for love.
When love comes to town, I'm going to ride that train.
What has gotten into you? All right. But what I will say about this is the Empress is very much in charge of her sovereignty. So I really think that you are looking for a partner to be a true partner and not someone who kind of wants to take over for you. So, you want somebody that will support you that equally you will support. You want something that is an equal partnership, not somebody who's looking for a meal ticket or somebody who's looking to boss you around. So I'm going to say, choose your words carefully if you're manifesting this, and don't settle. And what do you want to add? Because I can feel you itching.
I'm good. I'm totally good.
All right. And you think she's fertile.
Didn't say that.
La la la. Okay.
I'm just being flippant
You
in
are.
my lovely flippant way.
All right.
A flippancy.
So you get to do the next one.
All right then.
This
This will take about a week.
This is the last one before we're going to have a little bit of a break, and then I have like 15 more people on the other side. But we will get to everybody. But and we're only going to have a break from reading, and we're going to talk about Wicca and our book.
We are.
All right. So this is Hope, and Hope has a question about finding her community.
Oh, I remember your question, Hope. Let me have a look. Let me scroll back. I'll find it. Oh yeah. Okay. So you said my question: How can I best help my community in this troubling time? I feel this calling to assist in any way I can. And you know what? I think that's a hugely noble thing. Where I come from, Hope, I believe the pinnacle of human development is service to others. And that when there is so much palpable need and so much distress, that you can feel. If you've got 1 ounce of humanity about you, you can feel that. You can feel it. People are deeply, deeply concerned for a multitude of reasons, but they are. So simply being a friend could be a wonderful thing to do. Look at what you can offer would be the thing. Yes. And it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, I'm just going to switch hats for a second. In another job, I'm also chair of New Pulse's Public Access TV committee, and we're looking for people to give us a few videos. Maybe you teach yoga, maybe you want to do something inspirational, maybe you just want to play an instrument, but it's something that can bring pleasure to others, and we'll put that on TV for you if you want to hook us up with that. You can just send an email to submissions@npztv.org. If for whatever reason you couldn't remember that, my name, Anton.Stewart, Stewart, at npztv.org, and we'll get that up for you. This stuff, if you're a trained mental health professional, I know the governor has organised this lifeline of volunteers to provide assistance and help for people who are under a great deal of stress. There could be maybe just making masks if you've got good sewing skills. But I understand, yes, the need to do something is huge and important, and you must honour that. in any way. And it doesn't have to be, you know, something extraordinary, but it's just a simple act of kindness and love, you know. Maybe just, you know, check in on somebody, give them a call, see how they're doing, and just let them talk for a while, because people desperately miss human contact. So, you know, go for that. But yeah, really do. And I think I honor that personally. I honor your need and your desire and your wish to reach out and try and make things better. And I think the world needs more of that, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, love is the only thing that's going to save humanity. I feel that today.
It is.
All right. So, a lot of people have been
I need to get
asking when they get readings, you know, how long is this going to last? And what's really going on? And, you know, what should I expect? And I really wanted to take a few minutes tonight and talk about the astrology of what's happening. So when I teach astrology, I give people words for each of the compartments of things. Like I say, this planet means these things, and this sign means these things, and this aspect means these things. And then you take those words for the components and you make up sentences. So if you are familiar with those words and you see what's happening now, you can kind of understand it. So there's an aspect in astrology called a conjunction. And that means those players appear in the same part of the sky from here when we look up. You know, like if planets are moving, all of a sudden there's this conjunction where they, you know, you see one or two in front of each other. And in astrology, I like to teach people that means acting as one. So, you know, for example, if you came to see myself by myself, you'd get one kind of reading. If you came to see Anton by himself, you'd get a different kind of reading. But if you came to see both of us together and we were acting as one, you would get a combination of the two energies of the two readings. So there are 3 fun little players acting as one. And I'll tell you a little bit about them. First, we have Pluto. Now, Pluto is known as the destroyer creator. And Pluto rules Scorpio and the 8th house. So other words for Pluto are espionage.
I'm sorry about that, really. Cloak and daggers.
Cloak and dagger. Espionage. Esoteric things that are hidden.
Would that be the occult?
The occult, yes. The secret things. Secret things that want to be kept secret. Things that no longer work, that have to be torn down. And death and other people's money. So when we're looking at Pluto, Scorpio, the 8th house, death, taxes, other people's money, espionage, the occult, and things that might stay hidden.
So if you're wearing dark glasses and a hat,
please don't. Okay.
He's so mean.
No, I don't want to lose my place. Do you want to continue the conversation?
She's lost it already, I have to tell you now.
Oh, God. The next player is Saturn. All right, so Pluto is at 26 degrees and Saturn's at 1 degree. So those 2 players are considered acting as one. Saturn is the planet of karma and lessons. And it rules Aquarius and Capricorn. All right. So Jupiter is the 3rd player, and Jupiter expands whatever it touches, good or bad. So if something's going wonderfully, Jupiter says, oh, let's have more of that. So right now, Jupiter is expanding karma, lessons, death, other people's money and opening up what Pluto wants to stay hidden. So, and this is all happening in Capricorn energy, which has to do with banking and world government and things like that.
Fascinating.
It is. So I think this is going to go on until the end of May. I think then we'll see a reprieve until we get, I'm sorry to say, towards November, December. And then we probably are going to have a second wave to deal with. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the astrology, that there are actual reasons for things, and what we should focus on is expanding the good stuff. Like, oh look, they've kept this crap hidden for so long, now it's come to light and we are going to take care of it. We're not going to deal with having it hidden from us anymore. And I think there is going to be a real shakeup from these three players, Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto, working together. So I'm sorry. So
No, you're fine.
so now what did you want to talk about?
I have no idea. What did I want to talk about? Anything?
I don't know. Did you want to talk about this?
I don't know. Should we read them a bit from it?
Yeah.
What do you think we should do?
Oh, I don't know.
Should we just like open a random page and just go for it, or should we probably start at the beginning? Because the beginning's quite
Starting
good.
at the beginning?
Well, it's always a good place to start, isn't it?
Oh.
Ah, goodness gracious me.
We have a book.
We do actually. And not to be horrendously modest, but it doesn't suck.
But don't go away. We still have
Yeah, no,
a
we're
bunch
gonna do
people
more
will do
readings.
these readings, but we just want to share something.
This is, because today, Earth Day, is actually our official book launch, and
Yeah.
this we were supposed to be having like all sorts of fizzy falling down water in, excuse me, glasses held at
Well, I don't
jaunty
think we'd
angles
have
and
been
stuff
serving
like that.
alcohol at the shop, but
I would. I'll give it away. It's like that. So should we start at English? Should we read you a bit of this? We could, couldn't we?
yeah, why don't you read the introduction?
Just the introduction? Yeah, because it's only 4 pages, isn't it? Why don't we do that?
So story time.
Story time. All right, so this is the introduction from our book, Simply Wicca. So, you want to be a witch. Or at the very least, you're feeling drawn to learn more about the craft of the wise. Why else would you be holding this book in your hand? If you're not holding the book in your hand, give us a call. We can make that happen for you. Before we dare take the first tentative step that begins this incredible and transformative journey, we have one extremely important question for you. Why? You may wonder why we consider your motives to be so important, so perhaps a brief explanation is warranted. Over the years, we've raised many witches in our tradition, people from all walks of life and each with their own unique story to tell. Yet they all have one highly significant thing in common. They're there for the right reasons. If you're seeking to become a witch in belief that it will give you power over others, perhaps to bring about the return of an errant lover or exact cruel revenge upon someone who has caused you harm by way of injury, insult or shame, then we respectfully request you put the book back on the shelf and make another selection. These are not the right reasons, and this is not the book you're looking for. However, what are the right reasons then? Well, one might be tempted to think of noble values and higher ideals that call out to the very soul of the initiate. The truth is something far humbler in origin. Simply put, something inside you has changed. It might be difficult to define precisely what it is, but things are definitely different. It's almost like you become aware of the part of you that is aware. You are becoming conscious of the way you perceive the world around you. You are beginning to realize that things are not necessarily as they appear. That's not to say that they're otherwise, but there is certainly more to it than meets the eye. We term this awakening an initiation. In a similar vein to initiating an explosion, it is a profound and permanent change. It is not possible to unexplode a bomb once it has been detonated. Nor is it possible for you to return to blissful ignorance by unknowing what you now know. However, the initiation is merely the start of the process. For some it may well be a sudden and momentous event. For others it is more gradual, a process akin to a gentle nagging or an itch you can't quite reach. Whatever form it takes, one thing is for sure. You will have questions. Lots of questions. And thus begins your search for answers. Maddeningly, however, excuse me, I'm breaking the teeth in for a friend. Maddeningly, however, almost every answer you find is actually another question, or 6. You become the very epitome of the ancient Zen Buddhist saying, that which you are seeking is causing you to seek. It is certainly possible that this may become the source of immense frustration, just like the noble Prince Pui's ill-judged pursuit of Rhiannon in the first branch of the Mabinogi. The elusive prize remains beyond reach, no matter how hard you try. Pui is so enraptured with the beautiful young maiden ambling leisurely ahead of him on horseback that he exhausts his own horse trying to catch up with her. No matter how hard he pushes his horse, he simply cannot catch up, even though her horse never does anything more than amble. So ease up, catch your breath, and relax for a moment. It's not just you against the world. There is help at hand. There are those who have trodden this well-worn path before you. As preservers of the path, they will gladly lend a guiding hand, perchance to help you see that it's possible to try too hard. One of the first gems of wisdom to be acquired by the initiate, is not so much what to seek as where to look for it. Perhaps the mother of modern witchcraft, Doreen Valiente, summed it up best in her beautiful Charge of the Goddess. Know that the seeking and yearning will avail you not unless you know the mystery. For if that which you seek you find not within yourself, you will never find it without. It is evident that the journey of the initiate involves a voyage of self-discovery. But here's a word of warning. While this journey is undoubtedly highly rewarding if successfully completed, it can be both arduous and daunting. The craft of the wise is definitely not for the faint-hearted. It's fair to say that the path to becoming a witch is akin to a hero's journey. The road is long and hard. You will face adversity and loneliness, and your resolve will be constantly tested by the doubts that linger in the dark recesses of your mind. Yet it is a journey you must take if you are to be successful in your quest to become a witch. More importantly, it is a journey for which there are no shortcuts. You can't simply buy this, read that, do a couple of things and collect your badge. You have to do the work, and you have to do it yourself. Ours is a mystery tradition. You cannot learn about the mysteries simply by reading a book or attending a course. The mysteries can only be experienced, not taught, and you must experience them for yourself. This is a journey you must take for yourself, even if it is fraught with difficulty and danger. You will no doubt experience highs, lows, tragedies and triumphs along the way. But so long as you have perfect love and perfect trust in your heart, you will come to no harm. You must know that at the very core of your being, the god and goddesses, the ancient and mighty ones, your ancestors and guardian spirits, and those mortals who have sworn to guide you along the path, will never ask more of you than you are truly capable of. Even if you feel you cannot, you can. Perfect love and perfect trust, especially in yourself, are your two most powerful allies that act as magical passwords to unlock the door to the mysteries, a door for which there is no key. So long as you keep them pure in your heart, you will, just like the hero, emerge victorious at the end of your journey. That's just the introduction.
That's just the introduction.
That's just the introduction. There's some fun stuff in there, you know.
And there's so many things hidden for you to figure out. Does anybody have any questions
about the book?
The craft? Or
about the
craft,
book? You could call in if you want to. 845-255-5756. We'll throw it over to some craft questions if you would like to bombard us with this, that, and everything else. Or if nobody's interested in that,
They just want their readings.
we could just start drinking heavily.
Oh, I'd love to start drinking heavily.
Well, we're supposed to have champagne for our book launch, but we never did.
Well, you know, we're
There's
going to have
nobody
to
here.
we're going to have a hell of a party when
Well,
we
yes.
can finally have a party. When it's really safe, we will have a big book launch. So, all right.
Well, it's
so
quite a compact book. It's
next
not
up
necessarily big.
is Rosemary. Do you want to do
Rosemary.
Rosemary?
Good, I suppose. Does Rosemary have a question?
No, just a card.
Well, this is, I see this as actually a cause for celebration. It's a great card, the Four of Wands. It does speak possibly of a renewal of vows, if not a marriage. But it is very much a partnership and cause for celebration. And oddly enough, around this time of the year, I see this very strongly sort of indicating the marriage of the god and goddess as well.
Beltane. Yeah.
So, yeah, around and about Callan Have, as it's known in Welsh, or Callan Mai, the beginning of summer. You'll know when the hawthorn blossoms that the risk of frost is past, and that is when the time to really start focusing on summer coming in. So even though right now things feel a little bit, how's your father? I think you've got cause for celebration coming up very soon. And yeah, you might need to adapt, improvise and overcome a little bit, but there is definite cause for celebration. So carpe diem.
So
kid.
Rosemary sees the day.
Carpe diem. I just said that and she said seize the day. Look at that.
All right.
It's almost like we're working as a harmonious team for the first time ever.
Ugh. Oh.
Well, maybe not then. All right then.
You know we're married. All right. Melena or Melina? I don't know. I can't read my own writing, so God bless you all. All right.
Melania. It could be. I
No,
don't
I think it's Milena, Melina. That I
don't
wrote
know.
down. Anyway, all right. The Knight of Pentacles.
We are the knights that go knee.
Focus is important. You may feel very stuck right now, and I get that. These are very interesting times, and people are trying to navigate where we've never had to navigate before. But the idea for you is you can't just stay still. Somehow you're going to have to ground the anxiety or whatever it is that's holding you back.
Yes.
Because you really do have a good future to look forward to, and you really do have the ability to grow and make things happen. I think that you just have to figure out how to take the first step and not feel stuck. And once you do that, things will really get moving. All right. Next is for Kathleen. Kathleen, this is the wish card.
It is, you know. Be careful what you wish for.
Do you want to do this one?
No.
Okay. All right. Kathleen,
Assume
this is a 9, and a 9 is a very magical number. And this card is known as the wish card, like wishes coming true. I feel like for you, you want to make a big change. That it's not necessarily that you're unhappy with your career choice, but you may be unhappy with the people that you're working with or the facility that you're working for. So try not to let that discourage all that you've learned or all that you've gotten to be. But you may want to see how you can find a different place to work, a different facility to work, different people to work with. And I think that's what you're wishing for. Certainly not to be rude to your coworkers, but I think you just really need a little higher caliber of people to surround you. And I think that you can make that happen. All right. Next is Rose MJ. All right. Now, we had this card before, but I didn't think it was a financial question. But this one I do think is a financial question. And Rose, I think this is about starting your own business. And I want to say you absolutely would be wonderful at being self-employed. You don't need somebody leaning over your shoulder telling you what to do and when the deadline is and blah, blah, blah. you are organized, focused, and you can do many facets of that same business. So I think this is a full steam ahead for you to start laying down the plans now of how you're going to have your own business.
So Michelle, she's answered when you did her reading, and it's many positives despite the negatives. But she also writes just now, where should I write a review for the book when I'm finished reading it? Sorry if you already stated this, but I'm cooking dinner for the family and trying to listen at the same time.
Michelle, you can send us a review that we'd love to put on our website, or you can go on to Amazon onto the books page, and you can leave a review on Amazon. And I have asked people if they'd go do that. Amazon has been a pretty interesting place for us. We don't know how many books were allotted at the, it was like pre-order price. And we ran out of pre-orders prices really quickly. So we don't know if we sold several hundred or if it was just like a ploy or what. And then when we checked back after the book came out, we said, wow, look at this. It said only 12 copies left, but more on the way. So we don't know if that's Amazon's way of trying to make people buy something or if it really was going well. So we wrote to our editor with that and said, how do we know how many we've sold? And she said, I can't give you the exact number, but I can tell you, in spite of everything that's going on, your numbers are decent. So that was something for us to be happy about. And we've sold quite a few at the store. Obviously people in our community are being very supportive, and we do thank you very much for that. But we want to be a household name. So if you want to write a review on Amazon, that could be something that would help us move forward. Interestingly enough, we make quite a bit more money when somebody buys the book from us than when you buy it from Jeff Bezos. But, certainly positive reviews will help us. So that would be great.
Indeed. So as Lisa says, I think you can do a review on Amazon.com. I think there are a number of other websites where you review. Maybe you can even review it on the Llewellyn book site. Let me see who this is. Somebody wants to come live on the book
talk
place.
Quietly, I'll talk loudly, and we'll be good. All right, this is for Jordan. This card is for Jordan.
Enchanted evening here at the world famous awareness.
All right, Jordan, this is the third time tonight we've seen this card. But for you, I think this has to do with passing some sort of test. I don't know if what's going on with you with school or work or what, but I think this is about really searching and remembering answers, and then not freezing when you take the test. Sometimes we know all the answers until we get into that space where the test is in front of us.
Well, so you do know.
So maybe you could
so you just want to pick up your craft
charge
stuff, yeah?
a crystal for something, or or do some candle magic with the crystal and then take the crystal to the test. If you program the crystal with the answers, it's kind of like reading the answers off the back of your hand in a way.
Done for you. When are you going to pick it up?
But I think for you, this is about not freezing and forgetting what you know when you take the test. All right.
Today is Wednesday. Friday could be done Friday. You could pick up
next
between
card
2
is
and 5 on
for
Friday, if that works for you.
Lee. Adam, I hope I'm not too late.
Do you want me to take your card details?
I did say that a while back I wasn't going to take any more because we have a ton tonight. And I see Adam and Chris. We will try. Savannah, it's better to buy the book from us, actually. If you buy the book from us, we make around $9.
Okay.
If you buy the book from Amazon, we make $1. So it's much better if you buy the book from us, please. All right, Lee. Oh, honey. This is carrying way too much burden for other people. You're strong. You're dressed in orange, and you have the physical strength to do it and the emotional strength to do it. But this might really be the time to stand up straight and give some other people some of these sticks.
And the CVV.
Okay.
And what's
Some
your
of them
Bunnings
belong
at?
to other people. And I know that you love these people. And I know you want everything to be harmonious and everybody to be happy. But
All right,
sometimes,
so,
you know,
you want Lisa just
you
to come up with
can't,
something for the book for you? Okay.
you can't serve everybody.
All right,
and
awesome.
have
Thank you
anything
so very
left
much.
for you.
We'll give you
So
a
it's time to
call
say, okay,
on
this is
Friday
your
and let
stick,
you know,
and this is your stick, and
that
this
it's
is your
on the
stick,
porch
and
for
this
you.
is your stick, and I'll just
All right.
carry these other
Okay.
5, you know.
Oh, you're so welcome. Bye now.
So think about ways that you could lighten your load a little bit for your own sanity. Okay. Hey Ash, I got your message and we'll be in the store again Friday and Saturday from 2 to 5. Okay. This is for Heather or Pat.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. King of Pentacles. This, I don't know why, but I want to tell you that this is about time not being wasted. You are not wasting your time focused on the things you're focused on. You really are making an investment of energy. It's going to pay off for you. And there's really nothing to worry about. Again, I think that the where we are at as a society, where things are in the world right now, even people who are working really, really hard feel like they haven't accomplished anything at the end of the day. But I think you just need to be reminded that whatever it is you're working on or investing your energy in is absolutely worth it. And you could see an accomplishment if you really looked. Don't get sucked into the energy of nobody's getting anything done.
So there.
All right. Next card is for Robert.
Robert.
Do you want to do this one? Robert?
You can. It's
No, you want me to do him now?
It's
I yelled at you too much for taking too much time.
I'm deeply hurt.
You're
I
deeply
may
hurt.
need counsel.
He needs therapy now. All right, Robert. How do we book private readings? Call the shop when the shop is not doing a Facebook Live, Sandra. So our phone number is 845-255-5756. Readings are $55 for half an hour because it's $50 plus a $5 credit card fee. We have readings every day except Sunday. Monday's Danny, Tuesdays Amaryllis, Wednesday Hannah, Thursday Gwendolyn, Friday Anton or myself, Saturday Rogan. Nothing on Sunday. Those are the only readers we have right now. Usually we have 12 readers. But we can get you in for a phone reading, and that's all we're offering right now. All right.
Because you can't come in.
Alrighty, Robert.
This could be good.
When warriors fight, and we see them in the movies, warriors fight strapped back to back. They've got each other's back. So no harm comes to either person. But when we are under such pressure, and both people are fighting every day, sometimes they forget to turn around and look into each other's eyes. So I think, I don't know what your question was, but I think that it's time to take a deep breath and exhale. And it's time to put something aside for heart center. Yep, there's a lot of work to be done. Yep, there's going to be a great reward that you're going to reap from that work. Yep, you're not letting anybody down. Yep, you've got each other's back. Yep, you're going to take care of family. Yep, you're going to take care of the elders. Yep, you're going to take care of your home. But it's time to do something to take care of heart center for each other. And I think that will help you.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah.
All right. Samson.
Profound.
Samson. Well, it looks like it's nothing new. Whatever you're facing, I think you've got the battle wounds to prove you've faced it before.
Done it, seen it, got the t-shirt.
What is this? Lesson will be repeated until learn business here, Samson. How much of yourself are you giving away, and how much are you charging for? And I'm not being funny. You have a tremendous wealth of experience and knowledge, and don't sell yourself short. And I feel like you're giving and giving and giving, and then maybe not getting paid what you're worth. So, and if it's not monetary, it could also be emotional. But
exalts a higher price usually.
Right. What I really like about this card is the person who is got the battle wounds and the staff to fight has built a wall, but they're not behind it. So you haven't stopped being reachable. You just are a little bit on guard, and that might be a good thing. But there's something about a lesson being repeated here. So it might be time to learn the lesson. All right. So, Talia.
Time has flown by.
Talia. Yeah, I know. It's like almost 2 hours. Well, an hour and a half anyway.
7:07.
7:07. Talia, this is the card that I use as my Pisces card. But I don't think you're Pisces. As I recall, you're Aquarian. Isn't that sick?
Secretly, she knows everybody's sign.
Sometimes I'll remember your zodiac sign before I remember your name. But Talia, I think this for you is about not losing your creativity. To remember that your dreams are important. To remember that your ideas are important. Keep a journal. Write things down. And in the midst of everything that's going on, don't lose your creativity.
No.
Keep that going because it's going to help you. All right.
Art heals.
Talia says you're correct, but I have Pisces rising and 12th house sun. I love it. Yeah. Make sure you listen to music every day. Do something that makes you feel really creative. I don't care if it's coloring, whatever it is. Don't get lost in the hell. Stay positive. Stay creative, and let your art flow.
Art is so important.
Adam. Oh, Sparky says, "Hey, found you on Facebook too." There you go.
Well, it's marvelous.
All right. Adam. Sometimes volunteer work is very rewarding, and sometimes what starts out as volunteer work becomes a permanent career. So even though you may be separated from your real job right now,
I'm sorry, I'm getting a big yawn.
Even though you may be separated from your real job right now, I think you're going to get into something that's going to not just feed your heart, but actually feed your wallet. So something that you're kind of giving of yourself now, I think will turn into a career change that will be really big and very prosperous for you. So Adam says, "Oh boy."
Well, that doesn't suck.
No, that doesn't suck.
That doesn't suck,
good.
Adam. That's okay. It's far worse.
Well, maybe
things
oh
happened at
boy
sea.
is he just started volunteering at something he loves and he's going to start getting paid for it after that. Who knows? And this is for Chris.
Chris. Everybody in Wales is called Chris. Have you noticed?
Yes. Chris, on the outside looking in. Sometimes I will use this card when somebody is in a really bad relationship and they've done everything they can do and now they've been kind of exiled, but I'm not sure that that's really how this is meant to be for your situation. I think this is more about taking care of the underdog or something. Caring for the one who's been cast out, or offering a sacred space, making a sacrifice to try and help someone else. So I'm not saying that you're a millionaire, and I'm not saying that that you maybe have all that you need for yourself. But I feel like whatever you share or however you offer it to someone will pay you back tenfold. So go ahead and stretch and think about how you want to make that offer. And I think that you'll be really pleased that you did. You know, my mom always said, houses built with love have elastic walls.
Ah.
And I feel like that's what's going on now. How are you going to accommodate this change? But I think you're going to do it. And I think you're going to do it well. And I think you're going to be rewarded tenfold. All right. So there's just a couple other little things I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
So yes, somebody was saying, should I buy your book from you or should I buy it from Amazon? If you buy the book from us, we make $9 because we make our dollar plus we make our retail money. If you buy the book from Amazon, we just make the $1 and Amazon makes the rest. So we would really appreciate it if you'd order it from us or buy it and we'll put it on the porch for pickup. I did want to mention again that distance Reiki is happening on Saturday.
Right.
Saturday would usually be our psychic fair. But since that's not going to happen, we decided that we'll start Reiki grids and we'll send distance healing to whoever requests it. We'd like help from our past Reiki masters and level 2 practitioners. Everybody can join in. We'll do intermittent Facebook Lives on Saturday as we can, and send out energy and get everybody going with that. Karma cards have been a huge thing.
Oh God, they're beautiful.
So,
they really are.
You know, we've had a really rough time. It's really crazy to go from the place where we were to
Tumbleweed.
to closed. The store is running at about 5% of its normal business. So if you think that your income went from, $100 to $5, that's a big difference. So
And
anytime
the bills didn't get any
the bills
smaller.
didn't get any smaller because we're dealing with a commercial mortgage bank who would love to suck up that property at pennies on the dollar and things like that. So anytime you buy a karma card for $50, that puts $50 in our bank account, and that is a huge help to us. However, we are all about helping the community. Anybody that knows us knows that probably every day when somebody's shopping, we'll give something away. We have a huge amount of merchandise. So if you buy a karma card for $50, you can buy $50 worth of merchandise with that, and we will put an extra $25 card on that purchase for free.
Mm-hmm.
You can keep it for yourself if you need it. So that makes a lot more money out of your $50 if you're struggling and you still want to help us. You could take that $25 and give it to a friend of yours who you know is struggling. Or you can give that $25 to the pool. And we have a little box of $25 gift cards for people who have lost their jobs, for people whose unemployment is making them make terrible choices. And we really want to keep them in touch with their spirituality. We will give those cards out to people who need them. You know, people who are doing new moon work and didn't have candles for it, or whatever it is. And we have seen this system do so much. We've had people who still got their subscriptions even though they had to make the choice that they couldn't afford them. We've helped people who have lost their jobs, and just every day I'm able to put a smile on somebody's face. I had someone call and who usually comes by after work every day and tell me that they got laid off, and I was able to use one of those cards, and I gave them a prosperity crystal grid so that they can manifest money for themselves. And those cards are really worth buying. So it's good karma. Buy a $50 karma card, get an extra $25, give the $25 to someone, keep it for yourself, or put it in the pool, and we'll give it to someone in our community who we know could really use it. Mm-hmm. The other thing that I put out on Facebook this week were that the crystals are very lonesome. So they are. They're used to having a buzz of energy. They're used to having people go through the cabinets and look at them. Plus, crystals are amazing to work with, and some people have time on their hands they've never had before. So if you want to buy a crystal kit for $15, $30, $50, or $100, I will personally choose the crystals for you. And like I said, good luck reading my writing, because even you can't read my writing.
Can't read it right.
But I will handwrite out on loose leaf paper the crystals that I chose for you and why I chose them for you, maybe what you could do, how you could work with them. And I guess that's all. You know, we can only do what we can do.
That's true.
We're stuck like this for at least another 3 weeks or so.
We just got to stay sane and not get mean, you know, because the only thing that is going to fix this is love and kindness, you know, and it really is. And I hope that the new normal, when we come out of the other side of this, is completely different than the previous normal was, that we realize that the best things in life aren't really things, mm-hmm. and that we value each other more, and we value the beautiful planet, because don't forget it's Earth Day today, that we value the beautiful planet on which we live, and we become more cognizant of our actions and our impact upon this earth, and we make an effort to tread more lightly and come at things from a place of love and human kindness. And I think if we can do that, because you haven't got to look far to see mean, nasty people spreading hate and dissent and anger towards other people. There's no good. No good can come from that, ever. You know, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Mm-hmm. Pointing the finger and blaming other people, three are pointing straight back at you, you know.
I found that little meme the other day of like the difference between heaven and hell. There's this big pot of food in the center, and everybody has these giant long spoons, and they're trying to dig in, and then they can't feed themselves, and they're all starving to death. That's hell. But in heaven, they're reaching their spoon in and getting a bite and feeding somebody across the circle, and everybody has plenty. So it's about learning how to take care of other people.
It is.
We are still working on Celtica. If you hadn't heard anything about that, go to Celtica.org, and you'll see what's going on behind the scenes. So Celtica.org, have a look there. We are Zooming our circles.
Yep.
So if you'd like to join one of our Friday night rituals, just let us know, and we'll get you on the Zoom for that.
Sure.
We don't have to turn anybody away. So that's a blessing in a sense. I don't know what we'll do when we go back to normal, because we can only seat 28 people.
Well,
and today
we need a bigger space.
Today we actually said, let's write down all the people that are part of the community or who have taken Craft of the Wise, and just see kind of like what number we're at. and nearly 80 people part of the community. So if everybody did want to come to Circle, that would be a little bit crazy.
We're not quite in the league of them mega churches with
No.
10,000 people in the audience, but
No.
you know what? I think ours is a little better value.
And, and if you still have your job and you still want to take classes, we are Zooming classes. So I've just started a Chakra Crystal Energy Clinician 16-week class. And tomorrow night is class 2. So you could catch up if you wanted to join that class.
That's a catch-upable.
That's
Craft
yeah.
of the Wise is catch-upable at this
Craft of
stage
the
because we're
Wise-
only one in, aren't we?
Right.
Yep.
So the new Craft of the Wise class started the first Sunday of April. So it'll be again, the second class will be the first Sunday of May. So if you wanted to join that class, which is kind of the teachings that are in this book,
It's a little bit more.
yeah. So
Just
it's
a little bit
12 classes, and they're a huge commitment because you get a 2-hour lecture, an hour ritual, and an hour book discussion. So there are 12 4-hour sessions.
There's homework.
There's homework. You get a journal, a cord, an athame, a robe, witches' runes, and all kinds of other things.
Couple of books.
2 books, the Mabinogi, the Heart of Wicca. So if you wanted to join that class, the Craft of the Wise class, you could still get in that,
Yep.
which will be held the first Sunday in May. That'll be class 2. And if you're interested in the Chakra Crystal Energy Clinician course, you would have to call tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because we'll be
Ideally,
zooming
because you're going to need the stuff.
that. It's an amazing class. Thank you, Savannah. Concentric circles? Well, we are a circle within a circle with no beginning and never ending.
ending.
It's kind of like a spiral. But yeah, if you wanted to get into the Chakra Energy Clinician course, you'd have to call us soon because the second class is tomorrow.
I'll get shouted at if I don't send the invite out very soon. So,
So tonight, Taurus new moon, Earth Day.
Lyrid's meteor shower.
The
Easy for
Lyrid-
me to say.
Yeah,
Well, my
meteor
feet
shower
are up.
tonight. It's a fantastic time to do manifesting and magic, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, so you can petition for love, for money, for happiness. There's all kinds of cool things you can do with that Taurus energy. That's like 2 hours, man. We've been
Just
on here
whoosh.
2 hours.
2 hours went. Yes, if you'd like to see the Lyrid meteor shower tonight, you want to be looking northwest. You're not really going to see much before midnight. Really, the peak intensity is because it's coming from around the constellation of Lyra, which you'll find in the northeast. But it rises quite late in the evening, so it's more. The best time would be ideally just before dawn, really, if you're up bright and early. But they're quite a spectacular show, and it's going to be nice and clear tonight. Slightly chilly, but nice and clear. So yeah, the Lyrids meteor shower. We've got the new moon in Taurus right now. It's Earth Day. It's our book launch, and we haven't even opened a champagne yet.
I know.
And
It's our book
all
launch.
that fun stuff.
Simply Wicca.
And so a few
A
people
Guide to the Craft
found
of the Wise.
it doesn't suck. It really doesn't suck. And we originally wrote this to go with Circle in a Box, which is also an album that doesn't suck, and we'll talk about that another time.
Well, you can go to circleinabox.com and listen
You
to
can.
parts of that if you
Or
want.
you can just go to iTunes and listen to it there also. But excuse me, I've taught myself hoarse again. I need more.
Well, it's because we did 40 readings.
Well, you did. I did. And you still hogging your water. I've got nothing. Oh no, you're fine. Go on, keep that. I maybe got a beer later or something. I feel like it. So yeah, no. Look, thank you, everybody who's joined us. We are humbled to be part of this
Wonderful
beautiful
community.
community, and it really is a bit of a culture shock for us to. Feel the store is actually palpably lonely. It's
Yeah.
even the fish looking at everybody. Where's everybody? So everybody likes to come in and say hi to our
Hi
fish
to the
and all that
fishes,
sort of
yeah.
stuff. So we'll do some when we're in on Friday. We'll do some like maybe little walk arounds and say hi to the crystals. But yeah, we've got little personal crystal kits if you want those. Anything from $15 right the way up to $100.
Yeah.
And the shipping is exactly the same price whether you order one or 50 of them. It's no problem. We'll get it in there.
You're gonna get
Flat-
50 in one of them little boxes. Okay.
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't matter. We'll get it. Hey, if it fits, it ships.
That's right.
That's true.
right.
So we can do that. Gilda, you're welcome. We love it. That's what we do. We love giving our time. That's it's what we're about, and we love people. We do. We love our community and everybody's stories, and we do miss that company so much. So we're very blessed that we're able to do this and get people to come on and participate and all that fun stuff. And thank you. Our heartfelt thanks to you. And then if you can find it in your heart to say a few nice words about our book, if you can't find it in your heart to say a few nice words of our book, it's because you haven't read it yet. And no problem, we'll actually get you a signed copy if you'd like to give us a call or drop us an email or jump on our website or whatever. We can hook you up with that. But yeah, thank you. Honestly, have you anything else you want to add?
I just want to say, people are asking, what can I do to help? What can I do to make a difference? Buy the book, buy a karma card. That's what you can do. You can help
Crystal
us greatly.
kits. Yeah, we've had to adapt, and we'll do what we can. But listen, we can try and do the personal shopping experience. We have phones we can take pictures with, and we can do a little bit of video. If there's something, I'm looking for this, what have you. We don't mind walking around the store with you. We'll do the Julia Roberts thing. You're not having me tie because I'm not wearing one. But
or your tie-dye, because that would be distressing.
That would be distressing. I assure you want me to keep my shirt on.
Gwendolyn actually made this.
She did.
Yep,
She made me
Gwendolyn
quite a
made
few,
that
and that
tie-dye
was
for
really
him,
nice.
yeah.
It was one of my birthday presents. And again, I'm just ridiculously privileged to have so many lovely people in my life. So thank you.
All right, so that's us.
It does. I suppose we'll call it quits for the night.
2 hours.
Because we've been wittering on for 2 hours, and that worked. I hope everybody could hear, but that was kind of cool.
Yeah, we
We'll
think
do that
going
again.
forward we will do like a call-in radio show, like Samaj was saying. Oh, it's like a radio show.
Yeah, no, we actually will do a radio show.
Yeah, we could do that.
We
So
actually
it'd be
will.
fun.
So
We'll do them with themes,
quite chatty and get people on. We do the Fraser Crane. We can do the Fraser Crane bit, can't we?
All right. Blessed be everybody.
Blessed be.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
No, yes.
Miss you all very much.
We miss you more. So, love you guys. Thank you. We're going to sign off for the night, and thank you so much for joining in. Be well, be safe, and spread a little love. Okay? Bye.
Bye.
Night.